Team 5 consists of 5 highly motivated individuals, and to successfully achieve all the tasks required in the communication and team building course, we decided to meet every week to track our progress and stay on schedule. We use Google Docs to write our papers together and share information, WhatsApp and email for communications, and Google Hangout when we were not able to meet in person or if someone was sick. While we were all eager to work hard and stay positive, our group was not without conflict. We will first discuss how our team was affected by the 10 common problems and what we did to resolve them. After this discussion, we will go through the roller coaster of our team development process from forming to adjourning.
We had a good flow for the deliverables, but for the research report part, we did not have the clear direction in our minds since from the start, because each one of us was focusing on the different aspects of the topics, though they were connected but not communicated well. So what we decided was to go back to the team charter and see where to start from. But still we could not just organize the data in a proper order. Though it was a tough for us, but still we learned from it and applied those learnings in the next deliverables.
While many groups can suffer conflicts with having an overbearing participant, we briefly experienced that as well. While we were coming up with an idea for our research report, we began floundering, and as a result, one of the team members became a little bit overbearing in taking control of the topic and the structure of the paper. Since we didn't want to lose any more time or cause any more delays, no one decided to disagree. As a result, there were several comments about our paper and the overall structure, which could have been prevented if some of us were able to speak up a little bit more sooner. So learning this, we were able to implement that and prevent anyone from becoming overbearing in future activities.
Most of the team experienced a dominating participant. We also had a couple. They tried to become a leader of the team, and because of that, the other team members felt uncomfortable in contributing the task. So, using a adapt and inspect approach, we try to blur the line between reluctant and dominating participation so that every member can participate equally.
We actually had one issue of reluctant participant in our team while working on the research report. Because the rest of the team had done major part of the job, our reluctant participant came towards the end to kind of finalize things and do the formatting, but there was a lot of oversight during that because of the rush, and that led to the team losing some points at the end. So we learned as a team to have everybody review our work so that all the corrections can be made before we turn in the copy.
Going through a good learning and adapting journey in the team, there were some instances where a team member tried to just rush to finish the task. And one such event which I can recall is our research report. Once our research report was finished, they did not bother to just give a review to that, which could have saved us some points. But on the other hand, there are times which also help us to be within the stipulated times, like in our class ownerships.
Sometimes participants can feel that they're discounted when people don't listen to them. Unfortunately, we experienced an issue was kind of the opposite of this in our presentation, where we were discussing an activity and the metaphor was not clear to one of our participants and we had to explain it to them. We decided in order to accommodate them that during the presentation we would explain the metaphor as well. And the result of this was an explanation of something that was fairly self-explanatory, so it was kind of unnecessary. We decided in the future it was important to speak to other people when they share something that we feel overall is not relevant to the group.
For Class Ownership 1, one of our team members brought up a skit as a good icebreaker activity, and the team thought it was a really creative idea and decided to go ahead with it, but we didn't really think it through and just went with the flow and implemented this. Unfortunately, it didn't really work out very well and was not received well. As a retrospective, we decided to make sure that we encourage creative ideas, but also spend some time discussing and before going ahead with the implementation.
Attribution occurs when people try to assign motives to others, especially when they disagree with them without asking for explanations. We didn't experience attribution within our team because we gave room for equal participation and open explanation. We think that it's very important for every team to avoid attribution because this will help to prevent resentment among team members.
Looking back at our team meetings, we didn't seem to digress too much. During our research, we found that spontaneous communication helps build a shared identity within the team. So we allowed minute digressions, but more or less we stayed focused at the task at hand.
Based on a team members' personalities, we really didn't have any feud in the team members, as all the team members are remained professional and allowed for open discussion. We had a win-win situation in a team to work within.
Before ETM even began, one of our members spoke to a former student who said that the most important thing to have a successful grade in the class was to have a great team. So that person decided to sit front and center on the first day of class, and when Dr. Weber told everyone to form a group, Nagobina and I were quick to come together. After some brief discussions, we decided that Pollock and Ruchikesh had really good work ethics and good personalities that would work well together. And at that point, Team 5 was formed.
We transitioned to the second phase, which was the storming phase, as soon as the second week when we met to discuss and decide about the team write-up. We individually selected 4 to 5 papers and which we brought to the team in our team meeting, and then we went over each of the papers to discuss why we chose those papers. During this discussion, we found that 2 to 3 papers were pretty popular, chosen by multiple members, and we decided to focus on that papers. After another round of discussion, we reached a consensus on a single paper which we chose for our write-up, which was understanding conflict in geographically distributed teams.
After completing our write-up, which already gave us a good idea of each other's strengths and weaknesses, we experienced our norming phase when we were due to present our first team ownership, which did not have that much content to speak about, so we need to have a good team brainstorming to bring up some really good ideas of the activities to engage our audience and most importantly to deliver the message we intend to.
While doing a team research report, we revisited the storming phase again. Thorough discussion within the team and the feedback from the professor, we come up with the topic. But it seems like we had a confusion over the hypothesis, so we spent more time dealing with the conflict rather than working on it. After resolving the issue, we break down our work into the individuals and then we submitted our final report. But at the end, we ended up getting a low score in the report due to lack of coordination. But to moving forward, we had a retrospective session where we recalibrated our strengths and weaknesses to perform better in the future tasks.
In terms of performing as a team, we feel that at this point we have pretty much understood each other and we understand the laid-down rules within the team and what the expectations are. At this stage, team members are able to take responsibility of their assignment and at the same time hold each other mutually accountable to the assigned task. The conflict within the team is at the very minimum. Most of the discussions are done on what the analyzing critically what the expectations of the projects are.
The last phase for a temporary team such as ours is adjourning. From the first meeting, we wanted this class to come full circle and decided to do an escape room at the beginning and end of the term to see if we would notice any improvement in our team performance. In the first escape room, we tried to solve every puzzle together, which slowed us down, and we were only able to get halfway through when the time expired. As it turns out, trust and communication work like magic. The last time we were locked inside an escape room, we trusted each other to independently solve problems and communicate relevant information to the team. This time, we escaped with 90 seconds to spare. Our team had a great time working together, doing team building exercises, teaching our fellow classmates, and being taught by them in return. We adjourn as a team having learned more about our strengths and weaknesses, providing each other with constructive criticism, and are eager to continue to grow both professionally and personally. We took some time to enjoy each other's company and have some laughs before moving on to the next adventure, and hope you can all do the same.